Hey guys, so today we will be cooking some fettuccine Alfredo pasta. So here we are with some of our ingredients. I am just trying to get everything together. I have my chicken breast here that I have cleaned, washed, and prepared. So we have a pot over here that we have our water in that we're going to start boiling so we can put our fettuccine pasta in there. And I am just going to get the rest of my ingredients together. I have my knife here so I can cut my chicken up, and then I'm going to get a platter just so I can put my chicken on. I have my ingredients here. Of course, you can use your ingredients of choice. I will show you guys what I'm using in a little bit, along with my fettuccine Alfredo sauce and some Mexican style cheese and a little heavy whipping cream here. So I am just going to separate the chicken breasts so I can begin to cut them. I am just going to cut them in strips first, and then I am going to cut them in cubes. Your cube can be any size that you would like. It could be big or small. You want enough chicken to incorporate throughout your pasta. So that's why I cut mine in different sizes. I wanted enough chunks in order for people to taste, and then smaller pieces for you to feel like you got an adequate amount of chicken throughout your pasta. But I have 3 chicken breasts here that I have cut up and sliced, and I am just going to cut them into cubes. And here I'm showing you the different sizes of the cubes that I cut my chicken into, just so you can see. But just cutting up the rest of my chicken. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. If you want to share what you all are cooking for your families today, please feel free to share whatever that is. It may be something new to us, and we might want to try it on the channel. So please leave a comment and let us know what you got going on. Here is my chicken, my 3 fillets or 3 chicken breasts that I cut up. We have our water here. As you can see, that it has started to boil, so we need to get our pasta in there. And here's my fettuccine that I am just going to take and just pour into that boiling water. You can use whatever type of pasta you want. This started out being a chicken spaghetti, but then I decided to use the fettuccine pasta. So here I have an onion that I'm going to cut up. It's a quarter of an onion, and I am just going to cut that up into thin slices because I am going to mix it into my dish, and I didn't want chunks. I just wanted thin slices so that it could kind of melt away in the background. If you want your onion to be prominent, then hey. I also have a red onion here that I am going to cut up also and put it in there. I am using 2 types of onions just because I wanted to use up what I had in the refrigerator before it kind of wilted. And I think that was all the onion I had. I think I had one more whole onion, but I didn't want to use that. But anyway, I am cutting up the red onion in the same manner as the white onion. And I am going to season my chicken here, and we have smoked paprika. We are going to use some onion powder. That may have been garlic, but we're also going to use onion powder too. So that's onion powder and garlic powder. And then of course I am going to use my rosemary garlic seasoning. If you're wondering where to get that at, I got it from Sam's. And I am also going to use a little grapeseed oil to put on my chicken and marinate with my, not really marinate it, I'm just going to mix it in and coat the chicken with it because I'm not going to let this chicken really sit in a marinated state. But I'm just coating it so when I put it in my skillet, it'll crust up really well, okay? So I am just mixing in all of my seasonings. And then we're going to get our pan together here. I had a little bit of grapeseed oil in the bottom of it. And so my pan is kind of, I need to let that get warm. So we're going to let that warm up a little bit. And then we're going to put our chicken in so that it can sear. And I am not going, I have a lot of chicken in my platter, so I am going to put as much as I possibly can in my skillet. And then I'm going to kind of let that crust up before I add in the remaining, just so I can make sure that everything gets a pretty good crust on it. So here I'm adding in the rest of the chicken. And we are going to let that cook up as much as we possibly can. We want to get it to a done state throughout the chicken, even though we will be putting it in to our pasta. So, I mean, I just want to make sure I don't see any pink. And then once it's in the pasta, it should cook up the rest of the way. But you'll see here in a few minutes how I get it cooked up. So yeah, I'm just trying to turn it over and make sure it's crusted on every side. And here we've got in our chicken cooked, and so now we're adding in our onion. And our onion, once it breaks down, is going to create somewhat, release its waters. So it'll keep my chicken from sticking to the bottom of my pan. And it'll also create moisture within the pan. And this is the last step before we get ready to mix our chicken with our pasta. Soon as our onions become translucent, so now that we're a little translucent with our onions, mixing it up in between, everything mixed up really well, we're going to add in a little minced garlic. I'm only adding in about a tablespoon. I know that's surprising to everyone as much as I love garlic, but I didn't want to put too much, so we just put about a tablespoon. You can add as much as you would like to add in. But now we have our pasta. So we're going to take it off the fire, and then we're going to get it drained. Make sure you reserve your pasta water so you can use it. I am just going to take my chicken and just add it to my big pot. Make sure that I get all of those yummy onions out of the pan and that garlic that may be sitting back there. And then we're going to put that on the heat as we get ready to add in our fettuccine pasta sauce. 4 cheese sauce is what it is. And we're just going to dump that in there. Make sure you put your heat on medium. We add in a little water, into the bottle of the fettuccine sauce just so we can make sure we clean out the bottle and get some of this sauce out of here. I was going to use all of it, but then I also have the pasta water, which I wanted to use some of that also. So I did not use all of the water in the bottle. I really should have put the pasta water in the bottle instead of regular water out the hydrant, but slipped my mind. Anyway, just mixing up everything in here. And now we're going to add in a little of our pasta water just for the seasonings that are in the pasta water, so we can make sure that we're not going to add in too much extra salt, but that's where our seasonings are. So I have a little, of course, bouillon here, chicken bouillon. I'm going to add in a little less than a tablespoon, because you don't want, remember, you don't want to over salt it. And so this bouillon can take it from good to salty real quick. But we're just going to stir that in there, make sure that everything's good. I have a little leftover onion, green onion, and serranos here from another dish. And I'm going to add those in there just to add in a little color to our pasta, but also a little extra flavor with the serranos. It didn't make it hot. I didn't have enough serranos for that. But anyway, we're going now with our cheese. And we're going to add in our heavy whipping cream, which I didn't have much in the container. So I'm going to say this is probably about maybe a fourth a cup. So maybe less than that. But anyway, I just added in there just for a little bit more creaminess. As you can see, it is very creamy. So we're just going to let this go and let our cheese render down. I need a different spoon. I had to give me a spoon with some teeth in it so it could help me turn this pasta over. So adding a little bit more of that water from the container mixed with the rest of the fettuccine sauce. But yep, here's our creamy chicken fettuccine pasta. I had a little Parmesan. At least I thought I had a little because I couldn't find the other container, but I only put a little bit in there. And so that was enough for us. If they wanted to add more, they could add more on the back end. But yeah, this is our chicken fettuccine Alfredo, letting it cook up a little bit more, and it should be good. And we're all done. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.